I never planned on becoming the unofficial detective of my apartment building. It started with something so small that nobody else cared. Every Tuesday morning, one of my neighbors would post in our building's group chat that another package had disappeared from the lobby. At first, it was headphones, then a birthday gift, then someone's prescription medication. The landlord blamed careless deliveries, and most people just shrugged and started shipping things somewhere else. Then it happened to me. It wasn't anything expensive, just a photo album my grandmother had mailed before she passed away. When the tracking showed delivered, I rushed downstairs. The package was gone. I searched every hallway, knocked on neighbors' doors, and even checked the recycling bins. Nothing. The landlord reviewed the security camera footage, except the camera facing the mail area had mysteriously stopped recording for 30 minutes. Again, that didn't sit right with me. So I decided to figure it out myself. Every evening after work, I'd sit in the lobby pretending to read a book while secretly watching who came and went. I started writing down delivery times, apartment numbers, and who entered the building after each delivery. I even noticed that the thefts only happened on weekdays between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. One neighbor joked, "You look like you're on a stakeout." The funny thing was, I kind of was. Days turned into weeks. I noticed something strange. Every time a package disappeared, the same maintenance contractor happened to be working somewhere in the building. At first, I thought it was a coincidence. After all, he had access to every floor. But then I noticed something else. He always left carrying the same oversized toolbox. One afternoon, I watched a courier drop off 3 packages. 10 minutes later, the contractor walked past the mail shelves, looked around, opened his toolbox for just a second, and kept walking. My heart was pounding. I didn't confront him. Instead, I quietly recorded the time and immediately contacted the building manager. This time, I insisted they review every available camera, including the parking garage and back exit. The footage showed him leaving the building with a toolbox that looked noticeably heavier than when he'd arrived. The police handled the rest. When they searched his storage unit, they found dozens of unopened packages from multiple apartment buildings across the city. A week later, I got a call. My grandmother's photo album had been recovered. It had a few scratches on the box, but every picture inside was still there. Holding it in my hands felt like getting a piece of her back. These days, my neighbors jokingly call me detective. I always laugh and tell them I was just being nosy. But the truth is, if something feels wrong, don't ignore it just because everyone else does. Sometimes the biggest mysteries begin with something as ordinary as a missing package. And sometimes all it takes is one person willing to pay attention.